Hi, it's Rahul here welcoming you all to yet another episode of the IG Global Pan Vision.
Today's episode is sponsored by Apurva Associates, Mangalore.
First, the news headlines. Konkani Sahitya Academy honors teachers and outstanding students. Mangalore Institute of Fashion Technology celebrates annual day. Historic feast of Raja Rajeshwari Temple of Palali attracts scores of devotees. And in the entertainment section, we have a dance by Nat Soban, a Konkani song from Yuvagas and a sterling dance by students of Father Mullah Institute. The news in detail. It was indeed a day to celebrate victory for Konkani-speaking people. After a continued struggle, Konkani entered schools this year. It was owing to the Herculean efforts of Konkani Sahitya Academy led by Eric Osario that Konkani made it to the school syllabus. Inspired by the performance of teachers and students in the first year, the Academy has now handed over the responsibility of furthering this project to Konkani Prachar Sanchalan at a function held at Kalangan on Wednesday, April 9th. Among linguistic minorities in Karnataka, only Konkani-speaking people had approached the government to grant a separate academy for them. But when the former Chief Minister Veerappa Moily decided to grant academy to Konkanis, he did not hesitate to grant academies to other linguistic minorities such as Kodavas and Tuluvas of the state as well. In short, Konkani has helped other minority population to get separate academies for them, said Eric Osario, former president of Karnataka Konkani Sahitya Academy. Speaking at the Konkani in Schools Jayatotsav, a function organized by Konkani Prachar Sanchalan and Karnataka Konkani Sahitya Academy at Kalangan on Wednesday, April 9th, he said that the struggle will continue with the government for appointing Konkani teachers in schools. He added that they want that Konkani Academy should support their struggle against such negligence. He complained and said that they are ready to fight against Konkani schools which are not showing interest to teach Konkani in their schools. He demanded that teaching of Konkani in schools should not be stopped at any cost. Eric Osario said that he was fighting for this cause throughout his life. He clarified that though he has retired from Konkani Sahitya Academy, he has not retired from the struggle against the negligence of Konkani language. Mariamma Thomas Corporator was the chief guest. In her address, she stressed the need for preserving the language and culture.
ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ ಮಾತೃಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾತಾಡುವುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಅವರ ಒಂದು ಮರ್ಯಾದೆಗೆ ಕುಂದು ಎಂಬ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ತಿಸುವ ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ನೋಡಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಶಾಲೆಗಳಿಗಿಂತಲೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯ ಶಾಲೆಗಳ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ಪ್ರತಿಭೆಯನ್ನು ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸಿದ್ದು ಸಂತೋಷದ ಸಂಗತಿ. ಈ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಆ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿಯಂದರು ಇದನ್ನು ಮುಂದುವರಿಸಿಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ಹಾಗೆಯೇ ಈ ಕೊಂಕಣಿ ಪ್ರಚಾರ ಸಮಿತಿ ಏನು ಉತ್ತಮ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರು ಇನ್ನೂ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲಿ.
Ganesh Hosabetu, Mayor of Mangalore City Corporation, felicitated the Best Teacher awardee Kostas D'Souza, teacher of Parochial Higher Primary School of Bajpe. Sister Doreen D'Souza, Superior of Ursuline Franciscan Order, was the guest of honor. Philanthropist Fabian Colasso was also present on the occasion. All the Konkani teachers and meritorious students of Konkani were felicitated on this occasion. Stephen Quadras and Aloysius D'Souza, who worked for producing Konkani syllabus, were also honored at the function. Roy Castellino, president of Konkani Prachar Sanchalan, welcomed the gathering. Dr. Edward Nazareth delivered the introductory remarks. Victor Matthias compared the award presentation ceremony. S. H. Shivarudrappa, registrar of Konkani Sahitya Academy, proposed the vote of thanks. Titus Norona compared the program. Last 3 years were golden years for Konkani, thanks to the initiatives taken by Konkani Sahitya Academy under the leadership of Konkani Sahitya Academy. Now what is needed is the support and interest by the Konkani-speaking people to enroll their children to learn Konkani. Mangalore Institute of Fashion Technology has many firsts under its illustrious name. It has been a premier institute which has been producing quality fashion designers. The college celebrated its annual day on Wednesday, April 9th evening. A glamorous fashion show was the main attraction of this scintillating evening. Mangalore Institute of Fashion Technology MIF celebrated its annual day at the town hall here on Wednesday, April 9th evening. True to its name, the students organized a splendid fashion parade as part of the celebrations. The MIF students enthralled the gathering on the catwalk. It was an apt podium for the gifted students to expose their hidden talents. Creative and innovative concepts like the peacocks on the ramp designed by Swapna, elements of life designed by Shruti, jewels by Suchitra Kamath, precious stones by Nagamani became part of the splendid show. The function was even inaugurated by a catwalk display by two smart kids. M.G. Hegde, founder of MIFT, was present on this occasion. Sri Rajarajeshwari Temple is located at Podali in Karyangala village of Bantwal Taluk in Dakshina Kannada district of Karnataka state. The annual feast of the temple, which falls on the Sankranti day of the month of Meena, has historic significance. Podali Chendu or football, which is played during the feast, is an added attraction. We have a special report of this annual feast. Sri Rajarajeshwari Temple is located at Podali in Karyangala village of Bantwal Taluk in Dakshina Kannada district of Karnataka state. Sri Kshetra Podali is in the heart of this village, surrounded by high hillocks and wide paddy fields. River Falguni flows from the east on the northern side a furlong way from the temple. It turns left towards south at the back of the temple in the western side. This place was being called as Pural, and the deity in the temple was known as Porala Devi in the old records and ancient epigraphs available. Puliyapura is its Sanskrit version. In Kannada, this is called Podali. It is believed that King Surata got the temple constructed, installed the image and placed his own crown on the head of the image. This is an ancient temple. This temple has been alluded to in the Ashokan inscriptions and in the reports of the foreign travelers who visited India. Queen Chennamma of Keladi visited Podali and got a grand chariot constructed for the temple. Being a pilgrimage center, Podali attracts travelers and tourists with its natural scenic beauty and serenity. Podali Chendu is a unique festival in this temple which will be performed during annual festival of the temple. This festival of football commences when there are 7 days to the Avabrita. This football festival continues for 5 days. This game during the temple festival is very popular. Members of a particular cobbler family at Mijar prepare this leather ball. The members of the oil miller family at Kadapukaria bring this leather ball from Mijar. On their way back, they come to the house of Malali Ballal. They first place the ball in the cow dung washed front yard of the house and inform them the date of the football festival. In the evening, members of the Guttu families occupied their seats on both sides of the front Gopuram. The members of the oil miller family then place the ball and a palm leaf umbrella in the Gopuram. Then the person authorized to throw the ball arrives there wearing his headgear. He then offers prayers to the deity in the presence of the members of the Guttu. Afterwards, the members of the Guttu families go to the Sultan Katte near the football field and wait there. The honorable person authorized to throw the ball then comes to the football field with all honors. He throws the ball and the game begins. When the ball reaches either the southern or northern bund of the field, the ball is again given to the authorized person to be thrown again. Altogether, the ball is thrown 3 times. This procedure is repeated for 5 days. When 3 games are over, the person authorized to throw the ball returns with it to the temple and occupies his seat in the Gopuram, and some specified persons are offered betel leaves and areca nuts and honored in the presence of the head of the Guttus. This festival is conducted with great pomp and gaiety. The final football festival of Palali is very famous. With this, our today's news part comes to an end. We still have a scintillating entertainment section. But before that, let's take a short commercial break. I will be right back in a few moments.
Apurva for Apt Lab.
Trust across generations. UAE Exchange, world's trusted money transferer.
Inland Builders have been a pioneer in the creation of ultra-modern residential and commercial development in Mangalore and Bangalore. With ongoing projects in Mangalore like Inland Ornate, Inland Avenue, Inland Eminence, Inland Evoke, Premium Luxury Apartments, Kankanadi, Mangalore, and in Bangalore, Inland Everglades, Inland Ilanza. Shortly, Inland Builders are launching Mangalore's first international standard apartment complex at Mary Hill Airport Road, Mangalore, known as Inland Windsors. A modern grand structure of 23 floors, 230 super luxury apartments with facilities like garbage chute, multi-purpose hall with shuttle and squash court, supermarket, jogging track, table tennis, gym, swimming pool, TV room, etc. Bookings open. Inland Builders, Mangalore, phone 2496110.